The governing body is currently made up of 17 governors. It's the governing body of Gaer and Maesglas Primary School Partnership. Previously, we had two separate governing bodies, Gaer Primary School Governing Body and Maesglas Primary School Governing Body. And I think a real strength of the partnership now is that the governing bodies have come together as part of the federation, and that governing body oversees the work of both schools. So a real strength. I think professional learning for governing bodies is so important, because if you're from a non-educational background, obviously coming into the role, sometimes there's a lot of jargon and a lot of acronyms, and I think governors can easily be overwhelmed and not kind of really know the things that you're talking about. So going on this journey with the school and with the staff is such an important steer for the schools, and we found that the way that we do it is a real strength of our governing body. I think that the professional learning that governors are undertaking has really given them, much greater level of skill and expertise, which, ultimately is able to not only support the school but also challenge. And I think they've been able to look a lot more critically at teaching and learning and standards and the provision, and ultimately that's obviously made a huge difference to the children at both schools, which is the most important thing.
We like all our governors to go on a pathway and to be members of the team of governors to support the school. Each time they do one of the training courses, we welcome their feedback, and it's discussed at full at governors' meetings, and we always make sure that governors are on the right type of committee that suits their tools, their needs. We don't want them to feel intimidated in any way when they sit on a subcommittee. So we send out a questionnaire at the beginning of the full governors meeting, so they can tell the leadership how they can help and support the school. Because by doing that, we end up with a committee that works for this school and always works for this school, and all the governors are happy and working together with the school team. We set up subcommittees. They're set up at the governing body at the beginning of the year, and people sit on the subcommittee, and each subcommittee then meets 2 weeks before the main governing body meeting to discuss all the aspects of that committee, and then the full report is submitted to the governors before the general meeting. So if the governors have any questions or queries, they can bring it up at the meeting, and then the full meeting can discuss it and make a decision. Well, one of the committees that we use is the Standards Committee, and governors come in and they sit with the children and look at their books, and also talk to the children about how their work is going, and how the new things that the governors have put in place are being seen from their eyes. And it's a good way then to take back to the full governors of how the children are seeing the governing body.